Hi, hello, good morning. The weather is changing here. Let me just quickly do a video before I enter workplace, and I will do the part 2 later because I would like to give you the link and the area you should go. Now, this topic I'm going to quickly talk about is on Canadian temporary visitors visa refusal. So if you were refused a visa for one reason or the other, I have good news for you. You know, the era of waiting for 6 months before you can reapply is over. Now you can reapply. Yes, when you are refused visa, you can reapply within space of that 6 months. You don't have to wait for 6 months. You can reapply after 6 weeks. You can reapply after 1 month. You can reapply after 3 months. You can reapply after 4. Whenever it is convenient for you to reapply, you can reapply. And guess what? You can also do an appeal for your visa refusal. Yes, you can do an appeal for your visa refusal. That appeal is the type that you have to focus on the reasons why you were refused. That paper that they used to refuse you, the letter that was sent to you from IRCC, is as important as any other thing. Because when you are going to appeal or when you are going to reapply, you need to tackle those problems that were stated in your letter. First of all, if you were refused based on insufficient funds, you need to make sure that you have enough funds in your account before you reapply. And if you were coming to Canada to represent your company, or is your company that was sending you down here, you need to talk to your company to build the statement of account that is presented to the embassy. That is one point. Second point that you need to know here is, when you are reapplying, you don't need biometrics anymore. When you have done biometrics once, you wait until after 10 years before you do biometrics. This visa, I'm using it to console those who were refused visa, and I also want to appeal to you that visa refusal is not the end of it. Visa refusal is a very good thing because you were refused genuinely, and they will state why they are refusing you. In the case of you have not been able to show enough evidence that you will leave Canada when you are done with your task or whatever is bringing you to Canada, those things can be tackled before you reapply. But the good thing is you don't have to wait for 6 months anymore. This was lifted since 21st of June 2023. If you are denied visa, you can always reapply. But we need that letter side by side when we are reapplying for you. That letter will be able to guide you on how to do your applications. And in some cases, they said you have to fill fresh forms. You have to fill fresh forms, and then you need to state the reason why you are going this time. It must be different from your first reason, and the reason must be genuine. So whatever you are doing, just bear it in mind that you have right to reapply for your temporary visitor's visa. The only case that is bad is when you are bed. That is very, very bad. Once you are bed, you don't have right to reapply for the next 5 months. You don't have right to reapply for the next 5 years. You don't have right to reapply for the next 2 years. You must stay by it. You must wait for those number of years before you can reapply. And in some cases, when you are bed, the IRCC team, they know the reason why you were bed. They have reasons behind saying, oh, you are bed, you are not allowed to apply to this embassy for the next 5 years. That is the one that is bad. But if you were denied or you were refused, visa rejection is not the end of it. It's just the beginning of it. You will not be streamlined when you are reapplying. And all the areas that were pointed out as reason for refusal, you can appeal. You can reapply. You can reapply for the same purpose. You can reapply for a different purpose, but you are not allowed to do biometrics again. The biometrics you did by the time you were denied is still valid. And when you are reapplying, you just need to do the paperwork and you submit and you are good to go. Okay? And in the part 2, I will bring out the link and I will show you the steps how you can do a reapplication for visa refusal. So I think I will stop here. I just wanted to let you know that the era of waiting for 6 months is now obsolete. You can apply almost immediately. But like I said, it depends on what was stated in your letter. If insufficient fund was the reason you were refused, you get to tackle it. Yeah, you have to tackle it. You tackle it and make sure that everything is in good spot before you reapply. That's it. The fact that you were denied does not mean that you cannot apply to Canada again. And there are so many ways to come to Canada. You have the EE. Yes, express entry. You have the EIO also, expression of interest or something. You know, EOI, something like that. You have different options. You have the global talent. You have a work permit. The work permit, the way it works is you have to go to job bank, search for a job that matches your area of specialization or your career job, and then you apply. You apply to different companies. You can apply to 10 different companies. 1 may call you, 2 may call you, like that. And also know that just the way you are applying, there are so many people applying from your country and other countries. So don't give up. Don't give up. And when you are reapplying, we must state the date you applied and the reason you were denied or the date you were denied. So please, don't throw your letter off. Don't say, oh, I don't even need it. They have denied me. What do I need the letter for? No, we need that letter. Without that letter, you cannot do a reapplication. You must know the importance of your rejection letter. Yes. So if you cannot state why you were denied and the reason why you applied before and all those stuff, your applications may not be processed. And never you apply for visa and deny that you were rejected before. There is no shame. Never you feel bad. The immigration guy is just helping you by pointing out areas you should work upon. It's like asking you to rewrite exam. So when you are denied, don't see it as the last option. No. It's like asking you to rewrite exam. Before you rewrite that exam that you failed before, you need to prepare more. You need to study hard so that you don't fail again. That's it. So I just want to quickly use to encourage our people. The fact that you are denied is not the end of the world. We can always reapply and look at all the areas that they have pointed out. You use it as a corrective measure. That's just the reason they are pointing it out for you. It's for you to use as a guide and corrective measure. So in the part 2 of this video, when I get home, I will be able to give you the details and all the questions that can be asked, like, oh, why was I denied a temporary visitor's visa? Or what is the next step to take? How do I go about it? Blah, blah, blah. There are other reasons that you can come to Canada. If the reason that you asked for before, you were not qualified for one reason or the other, there were some deficiencies, all this can be corrected. It is not the end of it. It is just the beginning. And the IROCC, who has taken pains to point out everything they need from you, they are not stupid. Just follow it diligently. Give them all they want, and your visa will be approved. Nobody wants to deny you visa. Canada just welcomed 900,000 international students. This is the first of its kind. It has never happened in many decades, if not, like, it has never happened at all. 900,000 international students welcomed into Canada to different provinces. I think Canada has done really well, and Trudeau has done so well as well. So please, Don't be discouraged. Whether you were denied student's visa, temporary visitor's visa, look at your letter, sit down properly, and let's see how we can use that letter to match it up with your applications and reapply again. Never you be discouraged. No. When you are discouraged, you won't be able to think well. You won't be able to focus. Just calm down. Let's see how you can reapply again. So I will stop here and I will give you a part 2 of this video where I will show you the link in the computer, how you can reapply and what are the conditions and all the questions and answers that are being asked. Okay, so you have a good day. I'm also starting my day. Bye.